Around the year 2000, these three 3D computer graphics software programs were widely used in video game development. In fact, they were considered the top 3 giants in the industry. I saw all of them being used in actual production. Of the 3, it seemed that 3D Studio Max was becoming the de facto standard in the game industry. However, TRIZEAL was created using Lightwave. Why was that? Because it was the least expensive option. It cost less than half the price of other software. There were other reasons. In 1996, Net Yarosa was launched. The project sold a PlayStation console, bundled with Lightwave to individual game developers, and provided an environment for running their games. It was a chance to get Lightwave at a very low price. I jumped at the chance. Since then, I had been using Lightwave personally to prepare for 3D game development, so I was already familiar with how to use it. For the development of TRIZEAL, I needed to secure 3 copies of the latest software, including one for myself as the programmer, so financially Lightwave was the best choice for me. Believe it or not, I still use it today, even in the latest games I've worked on. It was the first 3D CG software I learned, so my fingers can enter the shortcuts automatically, and I have a lot of data on hand from past projects. And the tools and converters for game data formatting still work perfectly because I have maintained and used them for years. There is one problem though. When I want to outsource graphic work and tell them that the software I use is Lightwave, the typical response is, "We are sorry, we don't have anyone who knows Lightwave." But other than that, I don't really have any problems. No need to use software you don't like. When I make CG movies, I use Blender. What a wonderful world where we can find information just by Googling. While I already used the freeware Douga CGA 4 X68000, the first 3D CG software I bought was 3D Atelier. Its manual was gaining attention for its interesting off-topic discussions that weren't directly about the software itself, ranging from topics common to game companies, such as whether people who draw pictures for games should be called graphic artists, designers, or graphic designers, to extraordinarily detailed explanations of fixed point numbers. I bought it to read such fun content. I then experimented with creating games with pre-rendered graphics like Sammy's Viewpoint and Namco's Nebula's Ray in this way. To that end, TRIZEAL Remix for Nintendo Switch is now available, bundled with developer commentary like this talk.
He also makes garage kits, and once made kits for 12 Seal.